Thank you all for being here today. Today we have gathered to ask our local business community to support Connect2Careers, a vitally important summer jobs program for our young adults. First, I would like to introduce Mayor Bob Filner, who is a passionate advocate of ensuring that all of San Diego's young adults have the opportunity to connect to a meaningful career. Mayor Filner.
Thank you. Thank you for your. Thank you for your leadership, Councilman Leitner and Councilwoman Leitner and Mayor Pro Tem of the Sherry. Thank you so much for your leadership and the passion and the energy you're bringing here. Thank you, kids, for being here. Thank you, all the businesses here. You know what we're saying? Look, this is an investment in our city. When our kids can get the internship and summer employment that they need to stay busy, active learning, and it helps our city immeasurably. I mean, the need for police, the need for social services, the need for every other part of our budget goes down when the kids are employed and getting activity and learning while they are out of school. This is an absolute necessity for a major city to do. This logo, we should not only ask that all businesses join us, but that we want to make this logo so cool and so interesting and so important that everybody will get, the businesses will in fact do better in business when they're employing the kids from Connect2Careers San Diego. So let's make this an exciting part of our city, that when we see that logo, when we see businesses that hire, when we see kids that are working, we really encourage them all, thank them all for being involved. So businesses, hire youth for the summer, let them have internships, let them be busy, and let us have a better and more a more prosperous San Diego. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Filner, and thank you for your continuing support of our kids. I have to say this is an exciting day for me. Last year, I made improving San Diego's approach to workforce development a top priority of mine. As a part of that effort, I successfully lobbied Mayor Sanders and my council colleagues to contribute $200,000 to revive our summer youth program, which was actually facing extinction because of lack of funding. Here we are today with a rebranded program that looks at our young adults and the needs of our businesses in new and innovative ways. With its emphasis on San Diego's most vibrant industries, tourism, innovation, and the military, this program is a first step in closing San Diego's ongoing skills gap and introducing our young adults to the world of work. The San Diego Workforce Partnership has laid the foundation for Connect2Careers, but Mayor Filner and this City Council needs to build on that foundation as well as ensure that we see a return on our investment in this program. Today, I am asking my council colleagues to reach out to businesses in their districts and educate them about the importance of supporting this program, either by hiring a young adult or by contributing funds to the program. I am also challenging our business community to step up to the plate. This program can't work unless you provide the work for our young adults. I'm planning on hiring one of the program's exemplary young adults this summer, and I hope the mayor and my council colleagues will do so as well. As excited as I am about the future of this program, we have a long way to go if we want to compete with other cities that have made large investments in their youth workforce training programs. I believe that the city of San Diego, with our reputation for innovation and collaboration, can grow Connect2Careers into a national model for summer jobs programs. Of course, we must do it smartly and once again demonstrate our commitment to cutting-edge public-private partnerships that benefit our communities and our businesses. Now I'd like to introduce Council President Todd Gloria, who knows a little bit about the importance of these types of summer jobs.
Thank you, Council President Pro Tem Leitner, for leading this important effort. And before I get into my remarks, I want to welcome back former Council President Tony Young back to City Hall. Tony, it's good to see you.
Good to be here.
Those of you who remember Tony's many contributions to the council, he led the council to take an active interest in education and specifically in youth employment. And when I had the honor of taking over as council president, we promised that our council would not lose sight of that priority. And Tony, we're keeping that promise to you today. So I'm glad that you're here to see this. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm pleased to stand with Council President Pro Tem Leitner, Mayor Filner, and all the other supporters who are here today to help a tremendous program, Connect2Careers. People appropriately focus a great deal of time discussing education and ways that we can improve it so that young people have the knowledge to excel in the workplace. Connect2Careers fills in the next gaps of making sure that young people have the opportunities to enter our workforce, where they're going to gain professional skills, increase their confidence, earn a paycheck, and be a part of San Diego's community. These are all good things that the city is right to support. I know firsthand the value of a program like this. My first job was through Hire Youth, where I was placed as a student worker at the County of San Diego in their Health and Human Services Agency. Now, I'd already had a strong interest in public service, but you can believe that that summer spent working for the county helped solidify my desire to pursue a career in the public sector. I hope that this effort today will lead to the next generation of Sherry Leitners and Tony Youngs and all of my, in inviting them into public service. I'm okay with more Tony Youngs. Yeah, how about a round of applause for more Tony Youngs? There you go. I hope that my colleagues will all join me in welcoming Connect2Careers young person into their offices. I have committed to doing so and challenge other leaders in this region to do the same. But of course, San Diego has many strong industries in addition to government, and they should also be participating in Connect2Careers because it's beneficial for their business and for our youth workers. From our innovation sector to our tourism industry, I'm confident that the businesses of Council District 3 will step up and help invest in the future generation of San Diego workers. Now it's my pleasure to introduce my colleague, my friend, the council member from the great 9th Council District, Marty Emerald.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody being here. What a wonderful partnership this is. And Connect2Careers. It's all about you. Look at all these young people around us today. How can anybody say no to these young men and women? I can't. And as we go out in the community, talking to business people and all of us on the council, we'll remind them that these are terrific young people who can actually make your business more successful by bringing their youth, their vitality, and their enthusiasm into the workplace, and you know you're doing a good thing. In our 9th district, we are very focused on young people. We have many programs and organizations where young people are helping to set policy and are making a real difference. And here's part of the challenge we're going to put out in our 9th district. We've scheduled a youth job fair on April 20th. It will be at the Mid-City Gym on Landis Street. And so all of the businesses we contact, we're going to ask, come to the youth fair, meet with these young people one-on-one, and sign up your next intern, sign up your next protege, because that'll be a time when we can bring all the young people together in our community and bring employers together and sign folks up and get rolling early on this very, very important program. I know that this was the Hire a Youth program, now Connect2Careers summer employment program, but the need for employment and the need for experience in the workplace is a year-round proposition. So I would hope that as we reach out to the business community, they'll consider year-round employment for these young people, to give them an opportunity not just to learn a profession, but also to help them prepare for assisting their families in support and saving money for college and so forth. So thank you to the young people for inspiring us all, and thank you to everybody who's joining in this effort to get our kids working and experiencing the job market and launching their careers. With that, Council Member Kevin Faulkner.
Thank you, Marty. It is great to be here with all of you and my colleagues. It's all about talking careers and getting that first job. As we talked about just a little bit ago at the City Council meeting, you see the smiles on these kids' faces and the opportunity for us as San Diegans and for San Diegans in the business community to connect these young people with a job. That first opportunity, an internship, to see what it's like to acquire skills and for their personal growth and development, but it's for our city's long-term growth and development. And that's why I'm so proud to be here today to support Connect2Careers and support this very important program. Because not only do young people have to compete with each other for jobs, cities have to compete with other cities for these young, energetic employees who will become the leaders of tomorrow. That's who's standing behind us today. So we want them to find their opportunities. We want them to find their careers right here in San Diego with our local San Diego businesses. And that's why I'm so proud to have helped and allocated some savings from my office budget as well to support Connect2Careers. And by issuing this youth hiring challenge to San Diego's vibrant and diverse business community, we can set up San Diego's next generation for success. Our young people need opportunities to find local jobs so they can enjoy our fantastic San Diego quality of life and contribute to our economy. Together we're here connecting these youth to a bright future right here in beautiful, great San Diego, California. So I want to thank everybody for all of their hard work that got us here to this point. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Tony Young, because the world needs more Tony Youngs, as we say.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm very excited to be here today. I'm Tony Young, the Chief Executive Officer of the San Diego Imperial County Red Cross, and I can't tell you how proud I am of these individuals standing behind me. When a couple of years ago, when we decided to make youth a priority, these are the individuals who have followed through on that, and it's really important. And the fact that they are here today, it really shows that they really care about our kids. And I'm letting you know, these folks do a tremendous job for the citizens of San Diego, and I'm just proud to even just be associated with them. Just proud to be associated with them. You know, at the American Red Cross, we believe our youth have the potential to do great things in many different ways. And in our eyes, they are a vital resource, bringing energy, innovation, and inspiration to the Red Cross. And our goal is to provide them with meaningful opportunity of education, training, and volunteer services so that they can use that training to not only help themselves as they move forward in their careers, but more importantly, help other people here in the San Diego region and throughout this country. And we have a variety of ways for youth to be involved in the Red Cross, including volunteer and internship opportunities. You know, we're talking about careers here, and we're talking about a summer job, which is really important for kids. But I think what even is more important than the money that they'll be able to make is to be able to learn some type of skill. And the skills that we provide at the Red Cross are literally life-saving skills. Many colleges and high schools throughout the county have Red Cross clubs that we have instituted. Students can see if their school obviously has a club that they can get involved with, and if there's not a club at their school, we're encouraging them to start their own clubs right at that school site. And we also, as I said, offer internships at the Red Cross in each department when it comes to the Red Cross. Our WIC program, our Disaster Operations Center, and we have lots of opportunities for the kids to learn. And if you have any other questions about what we do at the Red Cross and how we can help your young person get prepared for college and in the future in their careers, contact us at redcross.org/San Diego for details, and we'll be happy to work with your young person to get them up to speed. And with that, I'd like to introduce someone that I know is really passionate about this. We've worked together on this issue for a number of years, the CEO for the EDC, Mr. Mark Cafferty. Mark?
Good afternoon, and it's a pleasure to be up here. If I can tell you a little bit more about the background of a couple of the folks who are up here who have been such strong champions for this initiative. Many people may not know that while the world does need more Tony Youngs, Tony at one point in time was a mentor to young people in a summer jobs program here in San Diego. As you heard from Todd Gloria, who I just noticed 2 gray hairs when he was standing up here as I was looking from behind. That may be from the last 3 months, but But Todd, ever young, was a participant, as he said, in a summer youth employment program. But for me personally, this is exactly how I started my career back in Boston more than 20 years ago. And that was working with political leaders and business leaders and community leaders and schools and young people to really talk about how do you build an economy by way of building the workforce and training the workforce for the future. And so about a year ago, less than a few miles from here, I got to have dinner with a young woman who I knew in Boston who was here for a conference with teachers from across the country, and she was presenting on some cutting edge things that she was doing back in Boston. And that young lady, who's a teacher now back in the city of Boston, was a student of mine in a summer jobs program years ago. And when my wife and I had an opportunity to sit down with her and talk to her about all the different steps that she had taken in her career, good ones and bad ones, she pointed back, interestingly enough, to her internship at the telephone company as life-changing for her. It was the first place where she got to interact with adults as a peer. It was the first place where she saw that her bilingual skills came into play and came into importance for not just herself to communicate, but to the people around her. It was the first place she learned to work with teams, and she saw that everything she was learning in school was critical to the career that lay ahead of her, whether it was in the telephone company or not. But most importantly, what she said is she met adults there who told her to go on to college. And they had children who were going to college, and she had no one in her family who had gone to college, and they sat down with her and they helped her, and today she's teaching other young people. And that's the power of a summer jobs program. That's the power that we get when we make the classroom and the workplace learning places for young people. And that's what we have the opportunity to do this summer. My organization is represented by a few hundred large businesses in San Diego who fund us and lead our efforts. At EDC, we have 13 staff, and we're going to be bringing full-time this summer on a young person to work with our 13 staff. I'm going to ask all of our member organizations to do the same, and I know that with the leadership that we have behind us, a few of the businesses you're going to hear from in a few moments, as well as the work of the San Diego Workforce Partnership, led incredibly by Council President Pro Tem Sherry Leitner, we're going to have one of the best summers on record for San Diego, and look forward to working with all of you in that effort. And it is great pleasure for me at this point in time to introduce next Peter Kallstrom, the President and CEO of the San Diego Workforce Partnership. Peter.
Hello everybody, Connect2Careers, can you make it out okay? We are really proud of this rebranding of Hire a Youth and taking it into a whole new realm going forward. I want to thank, in addition to the City Council and all their leadership in making this happen, the county has always been a strong partner in the Hire a Youth program, and they're still at the table and very important in our efforts to reach out to the business community, to the youth in our community, and to really make this a huge success going forward. In addition, I want to thank our staff. We have a number of our staff here today who are on the ground every day, calling employers, working with the youth, engaging everybody in order to make this the success it's going to be. So without them, it's impossible. So if there's nothing else you remember from what I said today, it's workforce.org. If you go there, a youth or a business person, you're going to find out everything you need to know, all the collateral information, workforce.org, and you're going to be able to get signed up quick. We'll match you with motivated, hardworking, talented youth who are not only our future, they're our present workforce, and we really need to invest in it. And thank you so much for your interest in helping us get the word out to the community at large. And now, I'm really thrilled to introduce Phil Blair, who is coming on as our honorary chairperson and a leader, a pillar in our community, an absolute pillar, who is going to be able to get the word out to our business community in a fantastic way. So, Phil Blair.
Thank you, Peter. It's a pleasure to be here and represent the business community here in San Diego. And Qualcomm is with us also, so you couldn't have a better example and role model for corporate San Diego getting involved in helping our young people begin their career. And even when they're 16, 17, 18 years old, they really are looking for their career path and where they belong. And this is the best way to expose them to this. And as you've heard before, to see what it's like in the real world and know what career path they do want to take and what paths they don't want to take. That's a very educational piece too. So we are pleased to represent the business community, and we want to place hundreds of kids in jobs in San Diego this summer, and it's the best thing we can do for them. I would now like to introduce Rebecca Aguilera Gardner, Vice President of Diego & Sons Printing and Vice President of the Workforce Investment Board. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rebecca with Diego & Son Printing. We're a family-owned printing business that's been in San Diego for over 40 years. And I'm an enthusiastic supporter of Connect2Careers San Diego. Diego & Son Printing has hired young people to work in our company for the past 3 years, for the past 3 summer programs. Connect2Careers is a great way for employers, especially small business, to help prepare future workforce. I have personally seen the pride that these young people develop throughout the summer program, as well as creating strong work ethics and the confidence that comes from valuable job experience. I encourage other employers to join Diego & Son Printing and making this another successful summer for Connect2Career and putting young people to work. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for being here, the businesses, the politicians, I guess I can call us politicians here. Now let's all work together and connect our young adults with our businesses and begin to build tomorrow's workforce today. Remember, Connect2Careers. Thank you very much.